Good evening. So today we are going to do some prayer to Guru Rinpoche. And so first of all, why is chosen to be on this day? So according to astrological date, today is the day or known as the awakening of insects. And so so when there is an awakening of insects, it is also understood to be the day that many people would go and pray to the tiger god to make offerings and to request from protection from scheming characters. Okay. On our side, we don't have the practice of praying to the tiger god and to use your shoes or the slipper to beat the paper effigy of scheming character. So this is one part where it is important to understand that in the Buddhism, it is opposite from ordinary religion, where in the ordinary religion or the ordinary way of life, whatever people do to you, then you do back to other people. Then that itself is not very much of a spiritual practice or spiritual tradition. So much so, if you have a strong intent and a motivation for just this life, and doing prayers for strong intent and motivation for this life, then that also creates a very strong karma for to stay in samsara much longer than to be liberated from it. Now, many different practices. Many of you have more experience than me, more praying to some other different god, or praying to some other different tradition, or different religion. On our side, why we pray to Guru Rinpoche? Because of the common in the Lung Chen Ning Tik. Then Guru Rinpoche and the Nyingma Guru Rinpoche has got 8 manifestations, but according to the tradition on the Choling Tersa of my Guru, then Guru Rinpoche has got 12 manifestations. Of the 12 manifestations, one of them is a Guru Rinpoche appearing, manifesting this form in Bhutan, and Taksang cave. So that is a Guru Rinpoche standing, riding upon a tiger, on a very ferocious tiger, and subduing all the evil spirits. And so we pray to Guru Rinpoche because, number one, in Vajrayana tradition, the Guru is not, of course this Guru you need to check, this Guru is not separate from the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Idam, Khandro and Chogyo, Idam, Dakini and Dhamma, and Dhamma protector. So as this we say Guru, Idam, Dakini. Okay, and so we have to find, first of all, to find the Guru, and if not, then we have to pray to Guru Rinpoche that there's a Guru manifest near us, where we can have the karmic connection to find this Guru. And nonetheless, we pray to Guru Rinpoche because Guru Rinpoche himself is the accomplished great Mahasiddha and the enlightened Buddha, second Buddha, where he manifested many different forms. Of that, very importantly, is to take note that Buddha was born. That this Buddha was born from a lotus flower in the Danakosha Lake in modern day Pakistan, and so this lake still exists. It's a holy place. It still exists. Of course, Pakistan is no longer a Buddhist country. But the lake, if you go onto the Google and you type the Lake Danakosha, and you can see that this lake is white in color, and as stated in the text, this lake they call the Sea of Milk, or the Lake of Milk. And Guru Rinpoche was born from a lotus flower. It's similar to the Buddha, where the Buddha was born from his mother's armpit. Okay, underarm, not an armpit, the underarm here. Okay, and so many people understand that. I don't understand how come Prince Siddhartha was born from the mother's armpit, and like Guru Rinpoche was born from a lotus. This is the activity of the Buddhas. Okay, to show that their mind and the body are in total oneness. Ordinary beings like us, our mind and our body are not in oneness. That is why we daydream. That is why we daydream. That is why when we do certain whatever work we are doing, we cannot pay 100% attention. But the Buddhas, even if we have a form statue of Buddha and then we make offerings, even if the Buddha statue is not consecrated, but if you feel that the Buddha is there, okay, that statue, that picture of the Buddha can perform the four activities of increasing, pacification, attraction, and subduing. Okay, magnetization of subduing or subduing. So on our side, whether the Buddha is powerful or not, there's some superstitious people who may say, I go to this temple to pray to this Buddha, and so therefore this Buddha is more powerful in this temple. It's total nonsense. On our side, we can very clearly see from there that if you go to school, when we went to school, the children from the same teacher in the same class, the student will get all different results. It is not that the fault of the teacher, on the side that the teacher is not able to teach well, because some students will be able to top the class, and some students, no matter how hard they say they try, is how much they say they are telling that they did not try. Okay, so on our side, when we practice, okay, when we practice, we pray to Guru Rinpoche, is to understand that our Guru, this Guru, he is a union of the three roots and the three refuge. So, of the three refuge we already know is the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Of the three roots, why do we say the root? There's the central, the thickest root, and the side roots. Okay, of the central root, which is the Guru, and then there's the Idam, and then there's the Dakini. So within the three roots and the three refuge that we are doing these prayers, we pray to Guru Rinpoche. And Guru Rinpoche also manifested in this such a form of Doji Drolo to apprehend and to subdue malicious spirits and the malicious maybe these maras. And so, why is it important that we need to make such a prayer? It is because we understand and we feel and we know that all of us are unawakened Buddhas. Because of our unawakenedhood, we are easily attracted to or attractive to beings of different worldly dispositions. For example, those of us actually maybe the food or the clothes or the man or the woman, they themselves have no particular attractive power. But it is the greed or the ignorance and the worldly attachment and desire that make ourselves attached to this thing. For example, if you put a gold bar, okay, and you just leave it on the table there, then it is on our own side that makes ourselves to become very, very attracted or greed to want to go and take the gold bar. But not sure whether it is a real gold bar or not, you know. So if you just take one tungsten, because the density of tungsten and the density of gold is the same. So if you take 1 kilo of tungsten and 1 kilo of gold, you put them side by side and gold plate the tungsten bar, yeah, somebody may believe that it is gold. Okay? And so this very clearly shows that it is not the fault of the external object, but it is ourselves, not the external object. Similarly, it is not your fault, okay, because you are an unawakened Buddha. But the beings who like that unawakened aspect of you to come and possess or disturb your mind. That's why it is interesting that we want to do the mind training. When a person, when we believe such and such a person is possessed, then when the person do crazy things or harmful actions, then you can tell yourself to forgive such a person, right? Because it's not he or her usual self. 鬼上身, right? So, but on ourselves, we fail to see that other people ordinarily are very peaceful and kind. But only certain time they lose their cool, and then after that, then they become extreme and they become excited, they become desirous, they become this, they become that. So on our side, and they become angry. And so on our side, we have to practice this, cultivate this path of great compassion, to see all beings as pure. As you see, Buddha himself practiced and cultivated to see all beings as pure. And that is why he became Buddha. He perfected his own experience and view that all beings are pure. That is why you will see that all beings, they put on their very best in front of the gurus, in front of the Buddhas. And then people will say that, oh, your merit different. The guru's merit is different. The Buddha's merit is different. We say cannot, nobody listen. But the guru say, guru do, or guru ask, it can manifest. Why? Simply because the practice to see all beings as pure and clean and as a future Buddha. Okay? But in the worldly aspect, we always want to see this person as no good, this person as bad, and then we believe this person is forever no good and forever as bad. Okay? Or we believe foolishly believe when other people tell you, say, people tell you, says that, this person is harmful and this and that, but then because you like that person or you feel that person is a good person, then you cannot see that that person is cheating you or harming you. Okay, whether good or whether bad, our mind, once we feel that it is fixated, then somehow then it creates the cause and the condition to feel that, then there's some, we don't want to change. You don't want to have the continual awakened experience to see and to change. And so, on our side, we need to practice, to pray that our mind, our heart needs to be continually awakened. Okay? We may be awakened and have some kind of realization and blessing for a while. Okay? For a while. Maybe doing some prayers, attending some retreats, attend some teaching, some initiation, something, then at that time there's awakening, strong feeling, go pilgrimage, doing prayer. For a while it gets. But after a while, when you go back to your work, your condition, you forget. You cannot. And so this very clearly show how heavy our karma of habituation. Okay? And on our side, on the practitioner side, the practice should be transformed into experience rather than blind faith. There are these two experience. It is the segregation of your practice, the result being like heaven and earth. For example, one can only wonder the taste of of a grapefruit, maybe, or durian, if one has never tasted durian before. Even if one has tasted durian before, when somebody eat, they say, "Wow, this durian is very nice." What do you mean by very nice? You have to eat it to understand it, to feel it. So similarly, in the beginning of our practice, or the beginning of a younger age of our life, when you say you know Buddhism, it is very much about the knowledge of Dharma. Okay? It's called 善知识. Okay? Or the teacher who knows the Dharma is known as 善知识. Okay? On our side, if we practice and cultivate to make our Dharma into our daily life, then through years and through failures, okay, and through ups and downs, through happiness and through sadness, through jealousy, through hurt ego, to pride, and this and that, into our daily life. It is our daily or even eventful struggles that which we ourselves think that it is an event, then different events that happen to us and different events that affect our mind, our heart and our mind, then ourselves need very clearly to feel the practical application of Dharma into our daily life. Then we can say slowly that we become more experienced cultivator. Like maybe somebody who has just become a parent, in the beginning do not know how to even feed the baby, versus a mother who has become a very experienced, or a parent who are very experienced. And also maybe somebody who is new into relationships, or somebody who is newly married, who is never lived maybe with their spouse, and then something's new, and then there are differences, and then people say, oh, I don't like my husband, I don't like my wife. Okay, and so then this becomes that if you really want to practice Dharma, yeah, you don't like is your mind, not your husband. What you don't like is your mind, not your wife. Is your own idea. That's why some families are a little bit strange, to me at least. Like they don't. Everybody go home just to go back to their bedroom. Then what's the purpose of having a home? Just want to go home and after that live in their own world and they don't communicate and don't talk. So this is because everybody wants to have their own entertainment, own TV, own computer, own this, own that. So then after that they're living in their own world. When their own world is very small. And this very small world, you cannot put anybody else inside. So that's why there is even no space for Buddha, no space for God, no space for friends. So they only think only for themselves. So when something happens to them, the hurt and the disappointment and the suffering is very big because that world is only one. And since that world is only one, then definitely that one world will only have that one suffering, and that one suffering will become very big and it will explode on their face. Okay? So when we say we pray to Guru Rinpoche today, making prayers to Guru Rinpoche, what are we really aiming at? We must understand. We must understand that we are praying for, or we recite the prayer. The prayers are not meant to be just words, but the prayers are meant to be a way to guide your feelings. That is known as the more proper way of prayer. Okay? If you do not know how to feel, then you must feel by the way of the words that are written in such prayers. Okay? Then that is the proper way of prayer. So, as today is the Guru Rinpoche prayer, and not so much of teaching, and so we will start with the prayer, and later on your own, then you should pray. You should make a prayer for Guru Rinpoche. As astrologically, I already mentioned. Those who are born in certain animal signs, are born in certain months, or born in the certain times, please pray for blessing. So on our side, we never pray to get rid of scheming characters, because the real scheming character is you. Okay, the real scheming character, the real small person is yourself. Okay, that's why you need to pray for. You need to pray for Dharma. You need to pray for Guru's guidance and blessings. You need to pray for noblemen, male and female noblemen who are willing to show you the way and to guide you. So this is the very, very important prayer and path to do. Okay, so. Okay, so please turn to page 2. One more thing to explain why Tibetans or Vajrayana Buddhists, we are so devoted to Guru Rinpoche. Because Guru Rinpoche did not, number one, ask everybody to become a monk. Because he knew not everybody have the karma to become a monk. Number two, Guru Rinpoche understood the worldly needs and the problems and the conditions of both ordained and lay people. And also he understood and knew the needs of the rulers and the kings and the noblemen. Okay? And he knew. And he was the perfect teacher. So, what is the difference between a Dharma teacher and a Dharma teacher and a guru? This is the difference. You want to know? Okay. The Dharma teacher answers questions. Okay? The guru answers people. That's the difference. Okay? The Dharma teacher always can answer questions very well, but may not be able to deal with people. Okay? So this is the vast difference. We may say that, to answer question is the best. Yes, answer question is the best at its own level. There is no one best for all. Like maybe in primary school, at primary 1, you can be the best in primary 1. Primary 2, best in primary 2. But the best of primary 1 may not be the best of primary 2. Okay? So every level have their own best. So we have to learn to rejoice at the happiness and the supposed best of other beings. Okay? Not to have jealousy and not to everything. So, Guru Mache is a great himself, an enlightened being. Okay? And he did manifest so many different signs, miraculous signs, to show, to benefit beings. And so therefore, we must have no doubt that he is Buddha. There is no doubt that he is Buddha. And so we pray, okay, we will recite the prayers in this book. So we don't have to chant very fast, we just need to recite. So what we recited, page 15, 第15面到第19面，如果你可以的话，应该每天念 ，OK， 每天可以念，像莲花生大师可以念，念久了就可以背。如果你要提防老人痴呆，就是背这个，背，不懂那个意思不要紧，就是一直背，会去除很多你们的修行的障碍。Okay, when you have a lot of, my guru always says, if you don't understand, doesn't matter. First memorize. When you can memorize, you will purify the causes of dementia and further sickness of. Okay, so this is very important. So over here we have the prayer in both in English and in Tibetan. So I feel this is important. And the only other thing is effort. These things actually, you know, it is not cheap to translate. Yeah, per page of translation costs $100 over US. And over here, how many pages? Then people get it for free, and then they don't respect the Dharma. Okay? Many other prayers, even our temple, we translated, we paid for the translation. And it is very important that you should treasure whatever text has already been translated and ponder upon the meaning of the text, as this is the real mind training. 这个就是修行，背熟它，看它，念它，背它，最重要的就是要去感受它。OK， 就要去感受它。莲花生大师很容易跟我们相应的，很容易跟我们相应的。Okay, so next prayer we're going to do is here. Page 20. So Bache Lamsel, the supplication to Guru Rinpoche, clearing obstacles on the path. So this is the terma of Chokyo Lingpa, okay, or known as Choling Rinpoche. So there are 108 Dharma revealers, so Choling Rinpoche was the final one. Okay, so Choling Rinpoche is also my guru, and it's very important that that we have to pray for one's guru's long life, and also request the guru's blessing that we are able to become like them. So this is a very important. Okay, so how you can make it important, how you can make the prayer to become powerful for you, is to repeat the holy words of the Guru. Right? For example, many people say, just are you sure? Prove to me that repeating these words have power. So very simple. You want me to prove to you? You want me to prove to you? It's very simple. Something cannot be done. You say somebody's name, can it be done? Somebody else's name, this person say want to do one, can it be done? Can, right? Yeah. Your own name cannot, but you say somebody more powerful. Everybody, okay. Right? Very common one, they say, Rinpoche one. Oh, very fast. Very fast. If you do, so slowly, everybody take their own sweet time. But you say Rinpoche one is very fast. How this comes about? Right? Even you don't say to Rinpoche. Even kids, they say, teacher coming already. Wow, they immediately. Right? Yeah. Among the classmates, nobody care, nobody respect. But to say teacher coming, school principal coming, prefect coming, or something coming, everybody suddenly behave themselves. So similarly like this, and the Guru is able to. So many of these terms, some of these are mind terms. Okay, so that means the Guru goes to the holy place, and then suddenly he can speak the words. These are known as the Vajra words. Then he can sing them out, or he can say. Then the best thing is the disciples by the Guru's side are able to memorize word for word. Okay, or if they can write or they memorize. Some by listening, they memorize word for word. On our side nowadays, difficult to memorize many things word for word. Right? If scold you, you can remember how the expression, which year, which month, which day, who was there, where it was, why it happened, how he say me, how was scold me. Correct? If you can remember all this, you should be able to remember the words of your Guru, Correct? Make sense? So the moral of the story, your Guru is the one who have to scold you. And you'll wake up your idea. Right? If the Guru is very nice, oh yes, oh Manipe me home, oh yeah, may you home be good, everything good, then you die. Okay? Yeah. Why you die? Because you have no chance for liberation. Because the Guru is great practitioner, you are not. Okay? Yeah. So this is very important. So if you correct, you will remember which year, which month, which day, who was there, who was present, where, who scold you, or make you feel shameful, embarrassed, or at whose wedding dinner say like that, say I wear you like that, or what each other person was wearing also you can remember. Right? So this means if you have an emotion that is attached to it, you can remember. So what is this emotion? Actually, this emotion itself just means wind in the mind. Okay? Sadness also have wind. Happiness also have wind. That's why when you are happy, you can remember. Wow, last time you bring me, go here, eat there, eat. Wow, very nice. Wow, last time you buy this for me. Wow, oh, sad, no? Wow, I'm so sad, this. Anger, you can remember. Sadness, you can remember. Happiness, you can remember. Actually, the least is to remember happiness. Correct? You will only remember happiness when you lose it. But when you're having it, you forget it. Correct? Right? You will only remember happiness when you will only remember happiness when you lose it. Yeah. Okay? So you will only remember last time I only remember my hair used to be here. That I lost it, that I remember it used to be here. Then slowly going up, 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 up. Right? Yeah. So like that. Okay? So if many people say, how is possible? It's impossible. This is no impossible. If a disciple have faith in the guru and everything, slowly, sure can. Sure can. Okay? It's definitely possible to recover from all kinds of sickness and everything. Even make your body even more stronger than before. It's possible. Okay? Only one thing is impossible. Only one thing is impossible. Okay? You know what's impossible? You know what's impossible? Impossible to turn back time. Correct? Impossible to bring back the past. Okay? Yeah. So you must remember. Okay, so let's start. Okay. So thank you for attending tonight's prayer. Tomorrow's program is? Okay, so tomorrow there's teaching at 4 p.m. Be good if you can come. Tomorrow I'll be giving a little bit teaching. Then mainly tomorrow I've requested Geshe Tashi to teach. So Geshe Tashi is fully qualified Laram Geshe. It's the first batch of the Laram Geshis, very experienced, out of Tibet. Out of Tibet, the first batch of Laram Geshis who completed their training and study in India. And so it will be nice or for a good opportunity for people of Melaka to hear him to teach. And so tomorrow at 4 o'clock I've asked him to teach. I will teach a little bit, then I've asked him to teach. On your side, many of you in Melaka over here, your energy is very, very down. Your energy is very drained. Okay? And so it's important because you are thinking very much, thinking that, slowly let things move or let things follow the natural cycle of things. Then the natural cycle of things that is definitely going to manifest to you is to die. Whether Singapore or Malacca, it is the same. You have to be the one that make things possible, and it is possible. Okay? If the Christians can do it, if the Muslims can do it, if people who don't have any religion can do good, so actually you yourself also need to change and remove the poison of yourself. Okay? The poison of selfish love. Okay? Yesterday I already said very clearly, we are Thekchen Choling. Okay? So our main aim is to practice on great love, not small selfish love. 要修大爱. Okay? Yeah. So think about it. Make the effort. You do not know when you are going to die. Nobody knows when we are going to die. So we all must make this communal effort to try to make things happen. Understand? Okay? Anila's teaching every Thursday. Okay? So it's good if you just think about it. If you live for 80 years, you slept for 40 years. Right? From the time when you are young to the time that you are die, maybe, okay, let's say even if you sleep for 30 years, okay, 50 years, you go to work for 30 years. Non-stop, because you want money. Left how many years? 20 years. You will chit-chat from the whole life for 10 years. Go shopping for 3 years lah. Right? Left how many years? Huh? 7 years, right? How about dating, eating? How about many other things? Okay, scolding, fighting, quarreling, surf internet, watch TV, daydreaming. 80 years not enough. If really you want to think about it, if we think about it, right now, 1 week ask you to come temple for 2 hours is really too little. Right? The amount of time we spend on meaningless things of this life, and then after that we expect, you give so much, you think it's a lot, but actually it's you give so little, and then you want so much. Let's say somebody buy 1 pao or buy 1 huat kueh, make offering to Buddha, say, I want millions of dollars. How much effort you get to 1 huat kueh? Huh? You want millions of dollars, you want this, you want that, 2 orange, some flowers. If 2 orange, some flower, one biscuit or 1 cake can get you $1 million, we're all millionaires. Okay? So really we have to think very clearly. Okay? Yeah. Even if you're born into millionaire family, if you don't make effort, millionaire will become millionaire. Okay? Even you got gold and silver mountain also going to finish. If you don't make effort, if you don't study, if you don't practice. So really I wish, my request for you all is to treasure your life. Okay? Yeah. May the precious body mind not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. May the power and blessing of Guru Maje and the power of Gurus and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and their blessings, we request them to rain down auspicious signs and blessings and lights to brighten everybody's path, to brighten everybody's hearts, to bless this temple and the people who come here to pray. This precious temple with the relics of the Buddhas and the Arhats, object of worship of humans and gods, may it become precious for all beings who even hear, may all beings who even hear the name Thekchen Choling be liberated from all their physical pain and suffering, mental pain and suffering, and be purified of all their doubts and all their own suffering. May they achieve all their wants and all their needs as in accordance to the Dharma, and may all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dissolve into them. Om Ahong, Om Ahong. Okay, thank you. Good night.